Today we're going to be going over the choices book Big Sky Country, and I don't know how long this is going to be, but you probably know because you are now watching the video. So before I start, I would like to say Big Sky Country, it has a very special place in my heart because I probably told, if you have listened to my videos, regarding Baby Bum Book 2, I have said million times like the mayoral election and the countryside, the vibe, the music, I really love that. To be honest, I'm a sucker for countrysides, country roads, and Montana, Texas, those kind of like the vibe that I get from those books. And I would say Big Sky Country, it represented that really well. It resonated really well, like what are the differences, how you can really get that, people, like not many people live there, but the bonding they have there, the country, county fairs, and the country, little town shops, people how much rely there. So everything was resonated well in that book, I would say. So first of all, I would like to say like it was really awesome in terms of characters. Also, it is one of the gender customizable book. Now in choices, you don't get often a lot of gender customizable books, so it was really a gender customizable book. It ended early this year or at the end of 2019, as I remember. I don't remember, but I think that's when it ended. So it had book 2, so it ended at book 2. I Well, they didn't have much of a storyline to go to a book 3, but this book was successful, I would say. So book 1 is basically we were traveling from New York to somewhere, and then suddenly our car a tire punctures or something happens, so then to you know repair the car, because our car was in a bad shape at that moment, so we need to repair the car. And we meet this guy on a horse, and things get really awesome from that point. Sawyer was a really nice guy, one of our love interests. We spent much time in the first chapter and most time in the book with Sawyer, and we can also romance Asha Roanhorse, Julia, and Dallas. So love interests were awesome. Like it was really hard time. Like I normally, like definitely, like I really like all of those characters. I did it here, Julia, and I also liked Asha. But Sawyer, I was like when I needed to choose between them, even Dallas. Like it was really hard to choose one of them, specifically at the end when you have to choose one to go with, because all of them are so nice, so sweet. Sawyer, you live in Sawyer's house, and this Oakley Ranch. This ranches also, ranches, porches, rodeos, horse ride, this fights. It was awesome. This book is worth it. Like if you are a sucker for countryside, country, this series and the music, I would say like Choices Pixelberry, I don't know like how did it do that, but every Choices music, like they're onto something there, guys. I mean, the musics were like, oh my god, and the scenario, the artwork was awesome. The places they chose, it was like, oh my god, I'm really in that place, and I'm there and enjoying the countryside. To be honest, with the musics they had, the language, it was like super, 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 super awesome. And I would say like Oakley Ranch versus Mendoza Ranch, the rivalry how was there, and then the Cliff Oakley, Sawyer's father, if you remember. Then there were Duke, the brother, and also a lot of other characters. To be honest, so it was really awesome. And Percy Mendoza, Juliet's brother. I'm saying Julia, sorry, Juliet's brother, Juliet. It will be Juliet. So Juliet's brother Percy Mendoza, like we see like they have some animosity between them. At one point, we turn Juliet's mother in our favor. They and Oakley and Mendoza, they become a friend, but Percy was not. So in book 2, we have this moment like we get to play as Percy, and we sort out the differences between Juliet and Percy. We see like Percy was trying to reach out at the end, but Juliet also was building a wall, so we helped them to sort the relation out. And other character like Miles, Asher's cousin, and no nephew, So and other, for antagonist character in the first book, it's mainly Garrett Redmond at the end, but it was mostly family drama with Duke and Dick Mulligan and other people. And Jasper Tate in the book two. Book two's main motto was the mayoral election Asha was running. And if you guys are reading Baby Bump book two and you're following my videos, I said it millions of times, and I'm gonna say it probably a lot. Many more times in the future videos I upload. It was awesome. Like the mayoral election that we had, like Jasper Tate versus Asha, it was like an awesome book, to be honest. And the mayoral election footage. So with Craig, and if you see Jasper Tate, his face, it's the Principal Jennings from Mighty First. That's the recycled form. His recycled form is Principal Jennings was first. So, so he is like antagonist character sort of, huh? So this is basically awesome thing, I would say, like the mayor election we had there. So the flashbacks we get in Baby book 2 are gonna get, the debates are gonna come. So we had a debate between Asha Ronhorst and Jesper Tate, if you remember. And Asha ended up winning this now with a big margin or with a slight margin. That depends on how you used your diamond scenes, how was the campaigning, those everything. And now let's talk about Dallas storyline. Like I really liked the storyline of Dallas, I would say, because how he was running from the bounty hunters, and how, like, just because he was a black guy from the south, like, he got blamed for something that he didn't do, and people were like, everybody was after him because they believed the law enforcement, they believed that Dallas could do that, because even though they didn't have any proof, just because somebody said Dallas's name because some of the personal grudges, said like, all right, okay, it's Dallas because he is can do that. So, and they were also very poor. So we see like how Dallas feels about their mom, and we get to make them really clear. We can help him to write the birthday letter for Dallas's mom, and that was really emotional, guys. And we finally meet Dallas's mom, and we clear Dallas's name once and for all in book 2, and we see Dallas and Dallas's mom coming closer, and Dallas living a free life. And at first Dallas was just distanced, far away, and why he was like that, he used to like move in here and there, but finally he stuck with the Oakleys. He became our friend and even love interest, and even our fiance if we choose to. So I really like Dallas. Sawyer, I like Sawyer too. Sawyer is this, how he wanted to keep this farm, but his brother didn't want to keep it. First he wanted to sell it to Garrett. He just said like, this is like tough thing. He and his wife in Brooklyn, their daughter, they live in New York, so it's sort of like he's getting accustomed to the city life. So he like this, it's impossible for him, he says, like, to look after this all thing. But at the end they all come to terms with this, and definitely they love this place and they want to keep it. But Sawyer's father's death at the end, it was unacceptable, to be honest, and I didn't accept it first. Like it was really like, I don't see like, but yeah, like that was a really hard moment. And then the book goes some years ahead, like there was this gap. So I would say this is a really successful book, and Juliet's storyline was awesome. So was Asha's. It was really impossible to choose between them, to be honest. Dallas was charming, Sawyer was too. Juliet was super awesome. We first see her in the book 1 at a glimpse. Like we thought maybe like there is some animosity between them, but that's not. Their parents, they had an animosity, and we cleared that up also. We even bring Sawyer's father and Anna Mary closer, and we saw spark flying. There was a diamond in it. It was awesome, believe me. And then Asha's store, who can forget that, little shop, in that small town, customers, her nephew, everything. It was awesome. All the characters were nice, sweet. The Jasper Tate guy, and the Richard Gardman or something, I don't remember. The big corporation guy, the guy of the big corporation in book 1, the antagonist character. Apart from them, this book was really successful. And I would really say like it's really nice to have those kind of books that reflects on the small town, what's going on there, like what happens, and like small people, no, not small people, what I'm saying, like this, like really it's simple people and their simple lifestyle, like how they're too ahead in terms of techs and stuff like, but still like really awesome sweet people with big hearts, and really like awesome place. And as again, like Pixelberry stole my heart with the musics they had, sort of the representation, the sort of the background pictures, musics. I can get drawn to that. So make music, background pictures, and musics. It made the Big Sky Country really Big Sky Country. So Big Sky Country to me, it's really, you should go check it out if you haven't checked it out yet. Like it's 10 out of 10 book for me, Big Sky Country. And if you're a sucker for countryside, we were waiting for even, huh? Just go ahead, already check it out in choices, and let me know how you feel about it. Who did you choose? I chose Juliet. Hard to play it that many times, but out of like Juliet, Asha, Sawyer, Dallas, they were really near dear to me. It's so nice, you know. So let me know, guys, how do you feel about them? Who'd you choose? And let me know your thoughts about Big Sky Country in the comment section. But to me, it's one of the most successful book in the choices. Yeah, a lot of people didn't like it. Is like underrated probably because it didn't have much, incidents probably. You would say like nothing much, but yeah, but yeah, like incidents, like little incidents, specifically in book two with the mayoral election. But with when this Richard Gerdman, I am forgetting his name, but when he entered in the book one, the big corporation guy, there was a little bit, but otherwise it was like normal dramas, and I really liked it, guys. Let me know your thoughts about Big Sky Country, and more to come. Have a nice week in this last few days of 20, and a lot more to come. New books, 2021 is going to be super awesome in terms of choices, and have a nice year next year, and have a nice time. Bye.